Oh man, I went up and I forgot to send out the black signal because I know people don't know I'm up. I'm like, man, I got to get an extra hour of sleep. Don't have to get my kids up today. DT Kuji. 423 193. All right, family, I want to get y'all ready because y'all know, hopefully y'all know that our mall is popping off this weekend. We got some workshops that we getting together for y'all. Got a lot of stuff coming together. In the end, preparing for the Malcolm X or MX International Revolutionary Leader I was about to say conference. We ain't at that point yet. Festival. And man, I'm really looking forward to hooking up with some of y'all this weekend and sitting around talking. We're not going to have a movie this weekend. We're going to try without the movie this time, but the mall will be popping off on the 27th. That's this Kuumba. Man, I'm getting the ambrosia ready. I got some shirts ready. Everything should be rolling smooth. So, speaking of shirts, I got to work on some other shirts we could get. Because we're kind of behind. But let me go on. It's toast time. It's daily toast time. I got tote. Daily toast time. Tune in. And check us out. I used to be up on iHeartRadio, but I think they took me off. It's cool. It is what it is. Let me make sure they got a short link to come to. Hopefully, a lot of y'all got the text yesterday letting you know about the mall. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and check those statistics right now while we are here. I want to make sure that the people that's supposed to be getting them are getting them. Because I got some people saying they're not getting the daily toast. The black signal, I want to make sure everybody's getting what they need. Let's go on launch. Boom. Let's go back. Let's check our stats from what went out yesterday. All right, let's see. I appreciate everybody that's on. So we got about 255 people on the black signal. Okay, we got a few people. Let's check the inbox, see who inbox. Okay, all right, we cool. So we got them all going out. Well, we got the Daily Toast one going out now. Let's see, yesterday. Cool. All right, so everybody should have got their stuff. So first, family, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, where your hustle build muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simmer production. And this is the Daily Toast, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on. drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Put the cap off the picture. Listen for your water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live for, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water, stretch. Move your body and drink some water, stretch. Move your body and drink some water. Oh, family, move your body, get up. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, and drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Yes. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Fam, just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, and take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. But to stay healthy, you got to breathe, drink, eat, move, and sleep. Culturally appropriate. Take your breath, lift and pour, move your body, toast your ancestors, drink with me. Family. What's up? How y'all doing this morning? It's not as early as it usually is, but like I said, I got to get that extra hour in. I'm feeling good. Had enough time to take a bath. Woo, man. Oh man, listen, I got a love affair with the tub. I forgot to get something to pour my ambrosia, so I need to go get something for that. So if you will, excuse me for one less than a minute. I guess I should have left y'all with a commercial. Could have left y'all with a commercial. But once again, reminding everybody that this is the week of this, the market day. Market day is fastly approaching. G&J Mall will be popping off April 27th from 12 to 6 p.m. We will be at the marvelous and the mighty, mighty, mighty Millennium Community School, 3500 Refugee Road from 12 to 6 p.m. We hope to see you come out and join us. Check out the vendors. Check out some of the workshops that will be right in the middle of the mall, so you can go and catch it, shop at the same time, walk around, hear what's going on. I think we're going to have a yoga demonstration. Sister Roni is going to come out. We're going to have somebody, we're going to have Brother Rasul talking about sacred geometry. I think we may have a head wrap demonstration. I think that might be it. I might be missing something, but if I am, one of my family members out there got my back. They're going to let us know. They'll post it up in there. Any questions or comments, feel free to post it up. So before I get into the toast today, because it's like part of we get up in the morning so that we can toast our ancestors. Sometime early, sometime later, like on these days where I ain't got to get my kids together, I can go on and do this late toast. Man, it feels so good. I'm going to put on my socks. Don't have to just iron my shirt. Don't have to worry about ironing everybody's shirt and jump up and just get on that road and get over to my adventure. And one of the things that we're working on at the school is I'm in charge of building culture. So one of the difficult pieces is providing a situation where it's possible to focus on the young people that want to do something rather than convincing those that don't want to do something that they need to do it. What happens is that I have noticed that a majority of the resources that we use in a lot of the organizations that we pour a lot of resources in those that don't want or that we have to convince to change, and we overlook a lot of the ones that want to do something. So I want to come up with a way to encourage those that want to do something and in a way to enrich them. So what we're working on and what I'm working on during this week off is solidifying an economic system that will teach the children the power of economics using behavior and grades as the generator of wealth. It's like the goal is being able to increase their scores, maintain the behaviors, the millennium-like behaviors, and they get rewarded for that. And the currency that they get for that is able to be exchanged for goods that are provided by the school and eventually the communities. So what I had to do yesterday was we did, it was like the culmination of the experimentation period. For a while we was handing out these decision dollars. And then I just decided to flood the system. Did a little bit of math, of course based on the number 7 because that's the amount of principals that we have at the school. And I did the math and put a value on our currency in comparison to the American dollar, and put products out, and now there was we were able to exchange. So I flooded the market with decision dollars. You know what I'm saying? When I seen young people doing what the behaviors that we wanted, boom, hitting them up, boom. And so they finally got to spend them. So I was counting decision dollars and discarding decision dollars. And I didn't think it was going to take all day, but shit, I counted. I went through about 7,000 decision dollars. And I understand now why dope men don't like dollars. You know, because I'm like, my eyes was hurting. My fingers was going numb. Like, counting them damn things off, putting them in piles so that I could redistribute them back out into the community when the young people get back. So one of the pieces that I want to work on is moving this to where it's a community piece, where individuals in the community can invest in the system. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to use the term donate, but I guess it is kind of like donate to the system, whether they want to donate goods that can be exchanged for the decision dollars or whether they want to back the decision dollar, as well as getting some of the parents to start using the decision dollars at home. When your child is doing what they need to do, you give them the currency of the school so that they can spend it at the school. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes time for events and stuff like that, this currency in the school works. It is the money of the school. So now the children get to understand markets and economics and managing their funds, and eventually will move into where they get their own little bank accounts and stuff like that so that they can start saving up their decision dollars for certain goals that they might have, certain things that they want to buy. You know what I'm saying? So we're building on it and adding on it. But enough of that. Let's move over to what I wanted to holler at you about. All right, family. Because, you know, what I'm seeing what's going on in our community, and I've been noticing this for a while. So, short story. You know I don't got no short stories. But anyway, for a while I had to go into counseling. And one of my good friends, mentors, and older sisters, she brought me in and taught me about, showed me the connection between drug counseling and what we were doing in the community, right? And gave me a space where I was able to go and actually be able to use what I was doing, right? And it's like, so you got all types of therapies. But one of the things that I ran across was the stages of grief. That, because, there's a lot of things that cause our people to go and to do drugs. But one of the things that a lot of times we don't deal with is the stages of grief. And like, when I step back and I look at what we are going through as a people, right, we can see the stages of grief, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, we've been doing some major losses. I know we're resilient, but these stages we go through as individuals when we have personal losses, but as a people, I see that we are going through the stages of grief, right? You know what I'm saying? Because because like slavery and Jim Crow, and there's a lot of stuff that we had to just like, God damn, it's like boom, we just get hit in the face, over and over again, and it's like a grief there, and grief untreated turns into like a monster that can consume you, that will move you on a road to self-destruction or group destruction if you don't look at where you are, or at least have someone that can step back and guide you or the group through the grieving process, right? So the first step when the grief hit is denial. And for a long time, if you look at our people, we were in a denial state. See, because now, and I want to connect this directly back to the whole ADOS thing. Because grief means there's a loss, which means there's a major change in you and a major change around you, that something is missing, something is lost. Brother Wakesa also goes through it. I got to find his piece. But grief is about loss. What have you lost, right? And as a people, we lost our identity, we lost our culture, we lost our language. Shit, in many cases, we lost our minds, right? We lost our freedoms, right? And we never, ever really looked at it from the stages of grief. I ain't gonna say we, but you know what I'm saying. I'm noticing. So there was at first issue of denial, this shit ain't real, this didn't happen, and blah, blah, blah. We go through that stage, and I mean, we've been through that stage. And many of us may still be caught up in the whole denial piece. Oh, that shit didn't happen. So we start coming up with fantasies and all types of shit to deal with the fact that we lost it. We'll create something totally new. You know what I'm saying? To move us away from the pain. You know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, many of us were ashamed of the aspect of the fact that we went through slavery. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I was, shit, I was hard on that shit. Fuck that, man. Oh, boom, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? And then we go into the whole denial piece. And that denial leads to anger. Now, motherfuckers was mad. You know what I'm saying? I went through my personal anger phase, and I've seen my people go through the anger phase, and you see it, and that anger, if it's not guided, it'll turn in on you. You know what I'm saying? Which we went through, right? As a group. You know, that anger, right? Then we went through a depression phase. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you could see this shit if you just chart our history, right? Especially over the last, since 1965. You could chart the denial, the anger, you know what I'm saying, depression, you know what I'm saying? And then we got to the bargaining phase, right? If I do this, maybe if I wear a tie, maybe if I, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like we're bargaining. You know what I'm saying? We could make it all right if we just bargain, right? What the ADOS movement is, for me at this point in time, is an acceptance. The last stage of grief. I'm accepting what has happened. I'm accepting where I am. I'm accepting what I have become. I'm accepting the fact that I've been looking at a lot of illusions, right? And everybody is not going to get to the acceptance state at the same time. But I think many of our people are moving into a acceptance space because the reality of the loss of everything is there. It's sitting right there in front of us right now. And it's like, damn. I can accept it. I have to accept it. Because if I don't accept it, it's going to destroy me. You know, because we can't stay caught up in illusions forever. You know what I'm saying? And so go check out the stages of grief, right? For yourself. Look at it for yourself personally, and look at it from the standpoint of us, for us as a group. Denial, anger, depression, bargaining, acceptance. Acceptance, right? Acceptance means that I have to open back up. I have to reevaluate where I am. I have to evaluate what I lost. I have to evaluate what I can do. And I have to evaluate what I'm owed. I have to move forward. And a lot of people are not at that acceptance space. They're still bargaining. They're still depressed. There's still anger. And some people are still in fucking denial. And that's cool. Be where you are. But we have to understand, as Gye-Nyame, that we have to be at a point of acceptance. Because once again, I go back to the modern principle of being able to distinguish the real from the unreal, family. Distinguishing the real from the unreal. We got to. Because continuously dealing in a reality and not being able to see it for what it is a very dangerous place to be. It's sort of like being one of those, back in the day, remember when they used to talk about people was on angel dust, and they like, I'm the God of the universe, and they could, I can fly, and they'll jump up on top of something and jump the fuck off because they're in an alternate reality. And that's what I see a lot of times when I'm dealing with some of my people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you are in an alternate reality, and that's pretty dangerous, homie. You're gonna hurt yourself, and you might hurt some people around you. So I just be like, shit, let me step back. Let me move away. Cause this dude on some foolish shit, right? So family, like I said, we got to be moving towards a stage of acceptance. And we also, because it's the same thing with the process of rites of passage, separation, initiation, reintroduction, right? Or the call, separation, initiation, reintroduction. You know what I'm saying? It's a process, and you have to know where you are in the process. Many people think that they are initiated, you know what I'm saying, when they are still in the initiation process. And the beautiful thing about, how can I put it, the beautiful thing about where we are right now as a group, we are able to create something new and powerful to help people get through where they are. First, recognize where they are. See, because like I said, not recognizing where you are is dangerous. Not recognizing who you are, being in an illusion, is very dangerous. And like I said, one of the blessings and the curses that I live with on a daily basis is seeing many of my kids caught up in illusions that's being weaved by their parents. They're being deceived by their parents about where they are and who they are. In a country that does not value us, and that is doing everything to try to jump right past who and what we are and what we've been through in this country. It wasn't until I traveled to Africa that I really realized that I didn't have a place to go. There was, you know what I'm saying? Going to Africa was beautiful, don't get me wrong. I ran into some beautiful people, but I really realized that I did not have a place to go. I remember my elders was telling me about Africa being a home, but when I went over there, and I was comfortable, don't get me wrong, and I had a great time, but it was not home. I know that's going to piss some of y'all off. It was not home. Because my grandparents was alive then. I couldn't bring them over there. And most of my family at that point in time, and even now, couldn't afford to go over there now. There is no escape for us. There's no place else for us to go. And we got to understand that people are coming to America with escape plans. You have no place to go. And another piece I want to cover, and then I'm going to get right into this toast, is family. Where we are now, we have been here before. Those that don't believe me, you need to study. Go check out Reconstruction. The senators, the presidential candidates, the change, the sweeping possible changes that could come in, and the piece that we have to prepare ourselves for is, once we start getting the snatch back, we got to prepare ourselves for the snatch back. As a matter of fact, and the best way to prepare yourself for the snatch back, close that door, man, is to start snatching our goddamn selves. Preparing ourselves to take, to get, and to be able to maintain. See, it's one thing the nation build, but because I've been talking to people about, I say we need a phase in our development where we talk about nation maintaining. It's one thing to build, right? Because we have built civilizations before, but the power of a civilization is being able to hold on to that shit. right? You have to develop the ability to hold on to it and maintain it. That means being able to get into those defensive skills, and sometimes even develop the attack, the abilities to attack and to take things, or to disarm things before they become dangerous to you. But yo, we could talk a little bit more about that during the mall. I'll be at the mall. You know what I'm saying? And since we won't be having a movie, there'll be a little bit left for me to do, and I'll be able to have a talk. And if you, like I said, if y'all want to, because we're gonna have plenty of seats for people to sit around. If y'all want to sit down, we can talk about some nation building. We could do that. We put a workshop together. Eventually, I'm gonna do a workshop on how to make that ambrosia. Also, gonna get on that workshop on doing some true nation building, right? Let's getting it done, like I said, and then getting to even talking about, as far as the community in Columbus. I don't know where a lot of people that might be listening to me at, but I know I got family here in Columbus that listen to me on a regular basis. We need to really prepare for 2021. We need to, by 2023, 2021, we can run somebody to get a seat on city council. By 2023, we should have, I think I said we want 3 seats on city council. A lot of young people we working with right now will be old enough to get that, and some of us are already old enough to get that. You understand what I'm saying? Because we really need to, in all the cities where we are, as people, as tribe, we need to really start moving forward the levers of control. Solidifying, to solidify. It's like in the old war movies, they used to have to take the beach, right? So they would just send people up on the beach, and the goal was to wear out the enemy, catch as many of the bullets, and get into a stronghold. And once you got into a stronghold, you would secure that stronghold, and then you would push farther. So from the beach, because you could approach from the sea, and y'all could hit the beach. And if they couldn't stop you from getting on the beach, you'd be able to take over the beach. And from the beach, you could secure that area so that more people could come in. And then y'all would move a little bit farther. So it would start at one point, then you would move a little farther, then you would move a little farther. And before you know it, you got a stronghold. Junkie washer. I'm about to get rid of that washer. You got a stronghold that you will be able to fortify your position and move in to take over the land that you was trying to conquer. You got to understand that it's a step-by-step process. It don't happen like that. Now, if we got proper planning, we got the proper people on the inside, it could possibly flip like that. But we got to understand that this is a long battle. The whole idea of reparations, the whole idea of seeking justice in the United States for ADOS. We understand that it's a long, protracted battle, right? And many of us, like I said, I'm 50. I might not be able to see the benefits, but that don't stop me from understanding that as a nation builder. And like I said, when we do this toast, I'm going to get into that real quick. When we do this toast, we are sealing a pact with our children's children. The Native Americans teach us that we are responsible for the next 7 generations. When we toast all the way into infinity, because we always were and we always will be. So in this lifetime that we are in right now, in this eternal now, we have to establish a foundation upon which our children can build. We are in a generational struggle, a generational battle, a generational war. We have some setbacks. We have some generational setbacks. That don't mean that we need to step out of the battle. That don't mean that we surrender. That means that we have to reevaluate our strategies, change our war plan, and move forward. keep on whispering in the baby's ears and keep on listening to the wisdom of our elders and the whispers of our ancestors so that we can move and adjust our strategies and use all the information to our advantage so that we can win. So that we will win. All right, family. So tonight from 9 p.m. we should be. I figured out how to do the calls. So we will be doing folktale for grown folks. We've been on the same folktale for the last 3 weeks. It's the Lion and the Fowl. I'm not gonna read it again, but we will be doing that at 9 p.m. And like I said, family, call in so we can have a discussion because I'm wondering, would anybody be interested in possibly doing the toast with me on Kuumba at the school? Like, cause I could hold the toast off until about 1 o'clock, and we could do the toast live at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I got people that can hold the cameras. I got my mic. All this stuff is portable, right? So I don't know how many people will really be interested in doing the toast. So you can go to the food vendors, grab some food, be sitting around, and we could just wrap it up and talk and do a live toast. You know what I'm saying? Because and y'all know how it is. We do the toast and talk on the weekends, right? So let me do this toast. I'll get up out of here. I gotta still iron my shirt. Let me go and get some of this because I'm almost done with the ambrosia, man. I'm excited about the next batch that's coming out. I'm gonna have the small bottles of lemon lime, red, and I might have some bottles of original, small bottles. But then I'm gonna have the gallons. I'm gonna have a gallon of lemon lime. I'm gonna have a gallons and I'm gonna have gallons of original. Of course, Brother Kwame, your mix is in. And what I'm gonna do for you, Kwame, is I got that fresh burdock root. Brother, you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave some of the big burdock root in the bottom for you. So after you get done drinking it, you gonna chew on the burdock root. This ain't the little ones that you used to get. It's about, if you could imagine, about 2 inches long, because I cut it into like 2 inches, 2-inch pieces, and I'll let that sit in there and soak in there so that you go and you can go and eat that burdock root. You have something to chew on after you get done dealing with your mix. I'm gonna have to wash the black seed and stuff off of it. So right now, y'all been drinking this with me for the last it's been a couple of weeks. So this right now is the pot liquor, or that real ambrosia that is getting to the vinegar state. It's rough, like I like it. All right. So here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator. And we say, Ashe. From their family, we move on to our list of our illustrious ancestors. Once again, it's a pleasure to read the names. Keeping our pact. All right. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walter, Christopher Pendergasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Janine Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittmanell, Normal X, Sapet Mai Ra, Malika Pakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Daniel Pullian, the Luxor Brother, Miss Ada Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Chris Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Well, Evita Farmer, Ago Susu, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Maura B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Rosamund Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selma Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Mossel, Peter Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Human World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Ella Amatel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Howe, Frank and Rustlin Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy B. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Delimon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Headley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ada Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christine Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Jackson, Jerry Brownlee, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Ace Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, William and Bob Hatch, Kimbo Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sonny Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron, Nino Baby Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Jerry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raimi Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Lee Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javon McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Sheikh Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Anthony H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mesri Coper, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shelby McClendon. We also have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkins, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacy Trice, Denise Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Sen, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambu. I think I said it right. Or Sambo. Alright, I get it right. You know it take me some time. Alright, so we lift up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors, right? Man, our tribe is growing, right? We got a massive tribe of ancestors, man. And people coming with them. We lift up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. From this family, we move to the present moment. And y'all know what's going on in the moment. In the moment, we are on the livest, the hottest, the most powerful day of the week. And this is Kujichagulia, right? Kujichagulia. Self-determination. For those that don't speak the language, we want you to activate your reticular formations. Find pictures of self-determination, of Kujichagulia, and share them on our timeline, right? Take some time to find our principles, family. Activate those reticular formations and hunt it down, right? Because we got to learn to see what it is that we want. We got to see our principles active in our community. And I'm telling you, they are active. And we need to remind ourselves of this. You know, when I'm down, I need somebody to be like, bro, don't worry about it. The principles are out there. It's working. Our ancestors are working. The power that we're generating is working, right? So we know it's out there. But it does a lot when we go to the timeline and we start posting it up. Now, let me distinguish between the timelines. You have the Gye-Nyame Journey page timeline, which is the timeline that I get to use for the magazine, right? For a news magazine and monthly news magazine. And your articles are coming up due. Once again, family, articles are due. And you have the Gye-Nyame Journey group, which is private, right? So if you want stuff to be put in the magazine, right? You want your little articles and your ideas and your pictures and stuff to be put in the magazine, you have to be on the page. The page is open, right? When you got some angry shit that you want to just post, go to the group, right? But when you got some of that good shit that y'all be having on the group that I can't pull out, you know what I'm saying? Put it on the page. And I know it's gonna be kind of hard for some. You know, y'all can find it. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. I'm trusting in you. Go to the page, right? So today is the day of self-determination. The demonic principle of the day is justice. The color is indigo. I got on the white shirt because I couldn't find a black shirt. But that's correspondence is the Hermetic law. The male name of the day is Kwabena. Shouts out to the Kwabenas out there. Shouts out to the Abinas out there, or Abinas out there, right? How you say it? Abina. She's always trying to show up. Abina. Hey. But shouts out to all the Abinas out there. That's Gina G. We got Miss Navita. We got Tiandra. Right now we running, we need some of these other day names to step up. You know what I'm saying? Those Kujichagulia borns is just running shit, y'all. What's going on? Sound off. You know, maybe some of y'all out there and I just don't see y'all. And I know we got one y'all. We got a Quasi. We got a Kwame. You know, we got a Ford. You know, where the rest of y'all at? Right? Come on now. Where the rest of y'all? Sign off. What's your day name? I want to know what your day name is. Are you part of the, the magnificent Kujichagulia borns? I mean, all the days are magnificent. But we got to have your favorite. You got to have your favorite. If you don't like yourself, you can't love nobody else, right? So we raise up our glass to the present moment. This is the only moment that we will ever have. It's the only moment in existence, family, right? And you are blessed to be active in it right now, right? So right now, keeping our pact with our ancestors and keeping our pact with our future generations, because remember, we are a generational people, family, right? We salute this moment, and we make this moment sacred, we make this moment powerful. We say Ashe. From there we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity, and we toast them, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations. Toast them, we say Ashe. And this ain't the last toast, but this one is for you. What is it that you need in this moment? We say Ashe. Last but not least, toast the most magnificent, beautiful, uplifting, inspiring, strong, determined, purposeful individual in the room. Now toast you. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I'm up. I am my shirt. I'm out. Y'all have a great day. Woo! God damn. All right.